All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome to my landing page. So basically, the goal of this page is to tell you a little bit more about myself and what I do, to encourage you to watch or to sign up for the webinar, if that's something of interest to you. Right now, I'm actually in the south of Portugal, and you can see I have a pretty sweet view here. We actually randomly found this penthouse. It wasn't even on Airbnb, it was on some other website. Here, so in the true Ty Lopez spirit, why don't I show you a quick view of the penthouse here. You can see it actually wraps around, the whole patio wraps around here. Got a bit of construction going on, but this place is absolutely insane. Beautiful sunset, beautiful area, and then of course the hot tub. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the camera down right here. Apologize, there is some construction in the background, but I figured a nice view with a little bit, of less than perfect audio is better than a non-better view. While we're getting started here, really what this is all about is, it's all about this. I mean, it is December 2018 at the time I'm filming this video. And so, it's a really nice time to film this video because I have a year to reflect on. I'm in the sunshine right now. I'm from Canada, so I've escaped the rain and the snow to be here. And I don't know about you, but in my opinion, this is what it's all about. It's all about being able to work from anywhere in the world and to make a lot of money and provide a lot of value to people. And so my question for you, I haven't scripted this, I haven't planned this. I'm just trying to get a couple thoughts out here and maybe, hopefully we can cut it up into something good. But I want you to ask yourself a question. I want you to ask yourself, are you happy with your current setup? Right? So setup could mean a lot of things. It could be your relationships. It could be your financial setup. It could be your work setup, like your job setup. It could be like your freedom. I think of freedom a lot. Freedom to me is having the time, the money, and the mobility to be able and go do whatever I want. And I know I have it. That's something I've been working towards for the last decade. But my question is, do you want it? And if you want it, do you have it? So take a second here and just write down maybe all of the things that you're not perfectly happy with in your current life. So where you currently are. So it's probably something like working too many hours, not getting paid enough, not being the beneficiary of the hard work that you put in, maybe not being able to take vacations whenever you want. There's probably a lot of different things. Having to work the occasional weekend, if you want to go. It's actually funny. Right around this time last year, I was at a conference in New York, and it was right around the time Tiger Woods was playing for the first time since his surgery. And I just put a little careless post on Facebook saying, hey, who wants to go to the Bahamas and watch Tiger Woods play? And it was just because that's what I wanted to do. And I was really, really disappointed when not a single person was able to go to the Bahamas with me, because that seemed like I was really excited, and it seemed like something I wanted to do. And I realized very few people in the world have the time, money, and location freedom to do whatever they want. And so actually the last year what I've done is I've put together something called the Cloud9 Academy. So it is basically a way to teach people how to clone my business so that they can have the same time, location, and financial freedom that I have. But let's get back to it. So I want you to think about all of the things you're not happy with your current setup. And then I want you to think about, let's say 4 or 5 years from now, what all of the things you do want. So maybe you want to be making a certain amount of money. Maybe you want to have a certain amount of vacation time. Maybe you want a family and you just, you need a certain amount of money to have a family. Maybe you want to start your own business. Maybe you want to take control of your financial, your destiny or your job, all of those things. Um, what I want you to, what I'm really focused on right now is trying to get you to change your, have a little bit of a paradigm shift with how you think about approaching how to get to from where you are. The average person, they go to school, they get a job, and then over the next 20 years or so, they climb the corporate ladder trying to slowly make more money. But there's a couple problems with that, in my opinion. One is you're waiting for someone higher up on the pecking order to either quit quit, get fired, or retire before you get a promotion and move up the ladder. And the second thing is it's really tough to put in a lot of hard work, and then you're not necessarily the person who receives the direct benefit when you put in the hard work. Someone else, i.e. the business owner, is basically making money and doing what they want because of your hard work. And so, unless I'm crazy, I could be wrong, but the only way I can think of fully taking control of your kind of your freedom or your destiny is by making sure that you are the beneficiary of your hard work. And what I'm asking for is for you to just slowly start to realize that there probably wasn't a lot of improvement in your what would the term be? There's probably not in your quality of life. There's probably not a lot of improvement in the quality of your life between the age of, let's say, 22 when you graduate college up until 30, 35, 40. The reality is most people get a 4% bonus every year, and if you start making out $36,000 a year or $50,000 a year or whatever it is, it might take you, I'm not great at math, but it might take you a decade or 2 decades, multiple decades, to clear a couple $100,000, and then the tax man comes and takes half of that, and so you're basically working 40 to 60 hours a week to hopefully one day make a few $100,000 if you're lucky. And while all of this is happening, we have things like automation taking over jobs. We have things getting a little bit more simple. So it might become more, there's a surplus of talented labor, meaning that your skill, it's going to be easier for an employer to replace you for the same or less money. And so basically what this all comes down to is you are basically, unfortunately, most people, hopefully not you, but most people are sitting back and waiting for things to happen instead of actually going out and making things happen. There's a lot of construction going on. I really hope you can hear me, and apologize if that's distracting. So the biggest thing I'm asking for you to do is to just change your mindset on how you think you're going to get to where you want to be in 5 years or 10 years from now. Because the sad truth is, if you keep letting or hoping for things to happen without taking action and making things happen, it'll probably take you a lot longer to get there, and you might not even get there. That's someone else making the decision instead of you. Now, if you understand and agree with some of these things and you want to kind of put your future in your own hands, the number one thing you can do is start your own business and become your own boss. If you think of think about all of the people you envy, or your friends that make the most money, or at the very least your friends who are happiest, or your friends who are in the most control with their life, there's a pretty good chance that they run their own business, or maybe the people you envy most, they run their own business. When I look to my group of friends and my contacts, I have so many people who are asking me, like how I do what I do, simply because they see the life I live. Like right now, like this is the 15th country I will have been in the last year. Um, I mean, I work about 4 to 8 hours a week on client work. Um, I'm not sure the exact number, but I think we did probably around 600,000 this year. Over $2 million in sales total since I got started with this online stuff, and I like to be perfectly honest. I'm not even that smart or anything. Like I was an average student in school. Um, I couldn't get a job after school. I started working for my parents, and that's really when the shift happened. Is I started working for my parents, and I just figured out how to make a website for them and help them with their marketing. And I helped them grow their business by about $400,000 in the first year, $5 million since then total. And I realized that the strategies that I helped them with, I could help other business with. I'm just gonna brighten this up a bit. So, so, I mean, my story is pretty simple. I got lucky. My parents needed my help. I figured out how to help them, and then they're dentists, and I just applied the exact same strategy to other dentists. So, coaches or consultants would say I came up with like a framework, or I came up with like a roadmap or something to that effect to teach dentists how to grow their business. Um, but to break it down even more, the way I helped my parents grow and the other dentists grow is I made a website. I figured out how to make a website. It was using WordPress. And then I helped them drive traffic to the website. Now, independent of websites and marketings and all of that good stuff, really what you're trying to do if you're starting a business is you need to provide value to someone. And so for me, the value I was providing is I was helping dentists get new patients. So new patients was what I was selling. Dentists get 20, 30, 40 new patients from me every month. Patients, might spend $1,000 on average in the first year, on average. But over the course of life, they might spend $10,000 to $15,000 at the dentist. So they're seeing hundreds of thousands of dollars in future revenue in exchange for paying me a few $1,000s a month to manage that. So I make a few $1,000s a month to manage their website and driving traffic to their website. In exchange, they get 10, 20, 30, 40 new patients every month, which is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to their business. I'm happy because I make my $3,000 for this one dentist, times that by 20 dentists, so I'm making, $60,000 a month, helping the dentists in a few different cities grow. So I'm happy. The dentist is happy because they're getting new patients, and it's a win-win. So I'm providing a dentist value by helping them attract more new business online. So that is how I started. I started by working for my parents. I figured out how to help them. Then I took the exact same processes in the same niche or vertical, and I basically applied the exact same tactics or strategies to other dentists, and effectively I became a dental consultant. And so let's bring this back. What I'm trying to encourage you to do is I want you to, one, understand that if you don't take actions and do something, you may or may not get to where you want to be in 5, 10, 15 years from now. So that's one, is I just want you to take control. Number two is I want you to think online, because if you're anything like me, you want to be able to work from anywhere in the world, control your hours, things like that. So I want you to change your mindset, which is you want to be a business owner. I want you to make sure that you focus on online strategies. And then now you have a couple different options. You could become an online consultant or a marketing consultant. You could become like a search engine optimization technician. You could do affiliate marketing. You can do drop shipping. You can do Amazon stuff. There's a lot of ways to make money online. And to be perfectly honest, I only know one, which is the online consulting route. And so hopefully by now you've watched a few webinars from a few people, and you're kind of at the point where you want to make some kind of decision. And then what I'm going to encourage you to do is sign up for the webinar below or to the right of this. And in the webinar, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you my system for how you can clone my business. So it's going to be very, very educational. I'm going to show you exactly how to clone my business, and then I'm also going to talk to you about the Cloud9 Academy. I'm not going to lie to you. This is not a live webinar. There's not thousands of people all over the world signing up for it. This is a pre-recorded webinar where I'm going to teach you exactly how I got started with my business and how you can start your own online marketing agency. And then the pitch at the end of the webinar, or the pre-recorded video, is going to be me introducing you to the Cloud9 Academy, which is a 9-course training series that I've created specifically to teach people how to fast track their success to $10,000 a month in passive income. So it's basically how you can clone your business, how you can clone my business, create a business for yourself, which allows you the time, money, and location freedom to do whatever you want. And I'm going to help you fast track it with the Academy. Now, I know that money is always an issue for people getting started. So don't worry. We have a few different pricing options, 3 different pricing options where you can pay monthly, you can pay yearly, or you can purchase the coursework forever. And it just depends on your budget. So what I'm wanting you to do is, if you know that starting your own business and working online is something that you want to do, then watch the webinar. I'm not trying to overly sell like so many other people. It's super aggressive. I'm not going to be doing like a crazy promotion or anything like that. All I'm trying to do is show you that a bozo like me can go to 15 countries this year, make $600,000 working 8 hours a week. If I can do it, you 100% can do it. And all I want you to do, if you're interested, if you have an hour, I don't know how long the webinar is going to take, an hour and a half, sign up for the webinar, watch it, and then if you have any questions, send me an email, give me a phone call. I usually like working on email simply because I don't know what time zone I'm going to be in, so it's tough to schedule calls for me. But get in touch with me. Sign up for whichever version of the Academy makes the most sense. If you're interested, but that's too far in the past, let's get you into the webinar. Invest an hour or so of your time watching the webinar. Let me help you understand my method on how to start an online business. And one thing I'll say before I end this video is that this is definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme. So this does require work. So if you're already working 80 hours a week and you don't have the time to invest doing the coursework, then this probably isn't the best program for you. I reckon it will take a minimum of 8 hours a week for about 6 months. It's a very, very comprehensive program. It teaches you step by step how to do it. And it's not something where you can just sign up, watch a day of courses, and then your business is started. I haven't seen anything like that, and I would be very skeptical about that existing. If it did, everyone would do it. So this is going to take about 6 months of your life at 8 hours a week to kind of give you the foundation and the information, get your first few clients so that you can quit your job. And then in 6 months, once you have a few clients you're helping on the side, then you got to scale up your business, and that's when you take it to a 6-figure business. So I've probably blabbed on for a while here, but what I want you to do is sign up for the webinar, learn a little bit more about my process and how things work, and then let me know, sign up or let me know if you think I'm the right direction, the right way to help you grow online. And if I don't hear from you or see you, I just wish you all the best. There's no one size fits all. There's no right answer. I hope my program works for you, but if you don't like it or if it's not exactly what you had in mind, that's totally fine. All I want is for you to be happy, and if I can help you on your journey to success, I'm super excited to do that. And even if you don't sign up for the course, make sure you follow me on YouTube, on Instagram. Send me an email. Just tell me what's up. I just like to get to know people. So tell me about your journey. Maybe I can help you even if you don't pay me, because that's what I'm here for. So we'll see you in the webinar.